What's good, YouTube, and thank you. Welcome back to the Tomazes Show, exposing the truth of the 5280 Mile High City and the CPS system. Please, before we get started, hit that like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for all future videos that I will be posting on this channel. Now, a little FYI, I do take pride in my videos, so they will be a little spaced out. I will be trying to upload at least once or twice a week, so please bear with me when it comes to that. I'm trying to make my videos A1, so now let's get started. Season 1, episode 1, 2. Let's get it. Alright, y'all, so after my foster home, I was taken from there and placed into a facility called Human Services Incorporated. That was a co-ed teen youth facility located in Westminster, Colorado for troubled teens. Now, that place was actually okay. I didn't have any issues or anything like that. Their sex education was just kind of a little off, but I guess we all needed to know it, you feel me? But after Human Services Incorporated, I was transferred to Excelsior Youth Center to be exact, which is located in Smoky Hill, Colorado. Excelsior, which is no longer existing, it was actually shut down a few days ago, which I will be getting the exact date on it because it did shut down a few years ago. Why, I'm not sure, but I will be digging more into that on why it was. During my stay there, I developed cutting on myself. When I got upset at people, that was more of my choice, because at the end of the day, I'm not the type of person that like hurting people, so I had to get the anger out some kind of way. I also developed unhealthy relationships with other peers that were in there. I had a relationship with some girl named Tori for like a year in there, and boy, at the age 33, probably would have thought about that, but yeah, so I ended up developing unhealthy relationships. I also started my running behavior. I currently have on record over 300 recorded runaways from facilities in Denver County alone. So as y'all know, and as I hear, I am a runner. If I don't like something, I will leave the situation, period, point blank. And that's still the case at the age of 33. Won't change. So I began running from there, never was successful. That's the time they started putting me on psych medications. My diagnosis was bipolar, PTSD, mood disorder, and major depression, which then made them put me on about 14 different medications, from Depakote to Zyprexa, Seroquel, Abilify, and several different more. So I stayed there for about a year and a half. That's also where my restraining behavior came. I was restrained at one time by 16 staff members in the hallway, because me and my principal of the school had a little altercation. So I was restrained by 16 staff members, tied to a bed, hands and feet, which is one of the techniques that I'm pretty sure is still allowed in the system, which I really think they need to take out, because a child or a teenager should not have to be strapped down to a bed because of how they react to things. They say it's for their safety. I don't believe it's for the safety of the child. But I was restrained several times, cutting issues, suicide issues, and I also pierced my tongue in there. How bright was that, right? It was a tongue piercing thing going around, kind of like how these fads and these damn TikTok video challenges. Yeah, it was a challenge to pierce your tongue in a facility, So after that, Excelsior Youth Center, I was took to my first psych hospital for overdosing on Tylenol PM. I took 30 pills or something like that, and was admitted into the Denver General Hospital, which is also known as Denver Health Hospital, on the fourth floor for adolescents. Now, my time there, I continued to have anger outbursts. I tried running from there one time, but that didn't even work. I was out 5 minutes. But I was in a zombie-like state. I can remember my mom saying, "Why they got you on all these pills? Why is my daughter like this?" And they couldn't explain it. So it was a lot of staff there as well that were helpful. And I wanted to give a shout out to Miss Linda. She's still currently living, and a few other ones, but I'm not sure where they at. But thank y'all for actually being there to help somebody. After that, I attended 3 more psych wards, including Denver Health, once again, for suicidal ideations and thoughts and attempts. After Denver Health, I was then transferred to Family Crisis Center. Denver Social Services ended up taking over my case. And the first facility, Family Crisis Center, located on Federal Boulevard. Yeah, I'm coming for you. It's y'all's time. Alright, Family Crisis Center was a very odd place for a child. I mean, the staff members I can remember were very verbally abusive towards us. Perfect example, excuse my language, but the ones that used to act up like myself were told that I got kids at home of my own, that I will whoop their ass, and I don't mind whooping your ass as well. What kind of thing to say for a social worker or whatever they thought they were. So during that stay, I ended up breaking my hand due to being bullied by some girl named Brittany. It was like they were 3 sisters, but I ended up breaking my hand and having to have 2 surgeries on it because of that reason. Not much about Family Crisis Center. That's where most of my runs is for, and they were a secured facility. But of course, as kids, make up or figure out how to unlock something without an alarm going off, right? I actually ended up leaving there. I stayed with my grandmother on the west side for about a year or so. Met my family when I was 14, the Hollands. Love y'all for sure. And it went off from there, back and forth with Family Crisis Center for a few years. Then I ended up getting put. What facility was that? You got Family Crisis Center, Vision Quest. Y'all's turn. Vision Quest. Okay. Vision Quest was located in Globeville. It was also another male and female co-ed facility, but it was military based. They did everything military. Make your bed military, get up at military time, run outside in the morning to see who gets to eat first type thing. Which was also the time I started dating a staff member. I was 15. I started dating a staff member. She was 36 years old, named Tammy. Stayed on the east side of Denver. I had a full-blown relationship with that lady, which is not the first facility or the last facility that I had a relationship with a staff member when I was a teenager. It happens a lot. The predators, people don't understand, most of the predators are social workers. Okay? People don't think outside the box. Predators get into social service work specifically to be and work around kids. But Denver and Arapahoe, of course, hide that in those mountains that everybody feels is so beautiful. So Vision Quest I ended up running. That's when I really cut my arm up for the first time with a pop can bottle. Please excuse the background noise, y'all. But I ended up cutting my arm with a pop can, and some lady named Miss Val. I'll never forget that lady. She was like 4'8", but she was strong like an ox. She flipped me over her shoulder and brought me back to the facility where I began seeing, hallucinations and seeing all kind of stuff from that place. Vision Quest, you could have did better. That's why y'all closed now, and I will be finding out why you were closed. Oh, and FYI, if any facility that I speak on or bring onto this podcast doesn't like what I am saying, like Jaguar said, sue me. But you can't. This is a little podcast for today, y'all. I just had to do another video for that part 2 so I could get that on out the way, that episode, and begin with episode 3. Alright, thank y'all, and again, please like, share, and subscribe. This is the Tamazi Show, and it's called Exposing CPS System of Denver, Colorado, and the Arapaho. See y'all soon.